Children, now you will see about the vitamins and their deficiency diseases. So some of the vitamins like A, B, C, D, E and K, these are the vitamins which are very necessary for your body. So they are fat soluble and water soluble vitamins. Vitamin A deficiency causes night blindness. That means its symptoms are poor vision. So and also some loss of vision in darkness. That is, you cannot see anything in dark. Vitamin B1 deficiency disease is beriberi. Extreme weakness, swelling of the legs, loss of appetite and weight also occurs due to this deficiency of vitamin B1. Coming to the vitamin B2 that causes skin diseases. That also you can see the symptoms like irritation in the eyes and dry skin, inflammation of the tongue. Okay, sore throat and all will be there at that time. Next, vitamin B12. It causes pernicious anemia. That is, loss that the blood content in your body decreases. It can be indicated by pale skin. Okay, and deficiency of red blood cells in your body which causes the pale skin. Lack of stamina or appetite, and also it leads to frequent headaches also at times. So the deficiency of vitamin B12 shows the symptoms as I said you now. Now note down in your notes and I'll continue with the vitamin C further. Okay children, note down now. Now the vitamin C after B12 which leads to anemia, we are taking, now you are saying about vitamin C which leads to scurvy disease. What is this scurvy? What are the symptoms in scurvy disease? That is bleeding gums. So spongy and bleeding gums, it leads also to the losing of teeth and wounds take longer time to heal. Okay, so this is about the scurvy disease which is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin C in our body. Next, vitamin D deficiency. Deficiency of vitamin D causes rickets. Mostly rickets in small children and osteoporosis in adults. Okay, rickets, the symptoms are softened and bent bones. Softened and bent bones which leads to soft bones are more susceptible to fractures. Okay children, and there will be the malformation of the leg bones lead to bowed legs. Okay, and there will also be the pain in the legs for which is the reason for the rickets. So the symptoms for the rickets. And now coming to the vitamin K. It is a disease that is caused with the deficiency of vitamin K in our body is hemorrhage, which is continuously the blood does not stop here. So the excessive bleeding of from our wounds, that is when wounds occur or accidents occur, then the oozing of the blood doesn't stop if there is a deficiency of this vitamin, that is vitamin K in our body. There is also another vitamin, that is vitamin E, which is called as anti-sterility vitamin. That is, it leads to the sterility factor. Okay, so it is very essential for our body to give birth to the next generation. So that is about the vitamins and deficiency diseases and what are the symptoms of these diseases you have seen now. So you should also know what are the sources of these vitamins. Vitamin A, you get the vitamin A from green leafy vegetables, carrots, all yellow, green colored substances, green leafy vegetables, everything should be included in your diet to get the vitamin A to your body. Vitamin B, this is present mostly in whole cereals or grains. Whole grains contains the vitamin B and especially the cereals, pulses, the yeast, milk, eggs also contain vitamin B1. Cereals, yeast, nuts contain the vitamin B1. B2 they are present in whole grains, green leafy vegetables, milk, meat and beans. Okay children, next sources of vitamin B12. So sources of vitamin B12 are milk, cheese, liver, fish, meat and eggs. Okay children. Next coming to vitamin C. Vitamin C are very much present in citrus fruits and vegetables. Citrus fruits like oranges, mangoes, tamarind, amla, oranges, all these contains the citrus contents in them. So you can take these to get the vitamin C content in your body, and green leafy vegetables, guava, also contain vitamin C in them, which nourishes your body with vitamin C. Next, vitamin D. Milk, milk, egg yolk, fish liver oil, butter, vitamin D is also prepared in our body when the skin is exposed to sunlight, that you already know it. Next, vitamin D. After vitamin D, you can say about the vitamin E. Green leafy vegetables, milk, butter, whole cereals, grains and vegetable oils also contains the vitamin E. So this is about the vitamins, deficiency diseases and the sources of the vitamins. Okay, now we'll move to the minerals, their deficiency diseases and what are the symptoms of these diseases and what are the sources to be included. As you can simply say that vitamins and minerals can be met by our body by taking plenty of fruits and vegetables as a whole. Okay children, so that is the case. Note it down, ma. Okay children, note down this vitamin deficiency diseases and their symptoms. See some of the mineral deficiency diseases. So the minerals like iron, calcium, iodine. So these are the minerals, that is magnesium, okay, phosphorus, sodium, potassium, fluoride, or all the minerals that are very much essential for our body to maintain the levels, which leads to various diseases if they are not maintained properly through our food. So iron deficiency leads to anemia, which is less hemoglobin content in our body. So it leads to less hemoglobin content in our body, in which we see the weakness and fatigue, loss of weight and pale skin, loss of appetite, alisipowadam, fatigue, weakness. Okay na? So these are the symptoms that you see due to the less hemoglobin content in our body that leads to anemia. This is also similar to the vitamin B12, pernicious anemia, I said you earlier, isn't it? So that is similar to the iron deficiency. Most of the women suffer from the iron deficiency and they may suffer from this anemic disease. So most of the girls are prone to anemia. So you have to take the foods that are rich in this mineral very well. Okay, so mostly green leafy vegetables should be included in your diet along with the fruits to meet your minerals properly. Next, iodine. Iodine deficiency leads to goiter. Its symptoms are abnormal enlargement of the thyroid gland and retarded growth. So mental disability also occurs due to the iodine deficiency. Okay, next vitamin deficiency mostly seen is calcium. Calcium and phosphorus are very, very important minerals that should be met to make our bones in a proper manner, dentin. So the calcium mostly very, very important to maintain the bones in a proper manner. Okay children, so now let's see about the mineral calcium and its deficiency disease. Okay children, so the name mineral is calcium. The deficiency of the calcium leads to bone and tooth decay. It leads to bone and tooth decay. Okay children, so due to the deficiency of calcium, it leads to the weakened bones and excessive bleeding also, stunted growth, tooth decay. Weak bones and tooth decay. It leads to weak bones and tooth decay. It also leads to stunted growth, because bones are very much important for the growth of our body. So it leads to stunted growth. If the bones and tooth decay occurs, if the bone or the decay or malformation occurs, it leads to weak bones. Okay, children. Next deficiency disease is phosphorus. Phosphorus deficiency leads to rickets in children. Rickets. What is the mineral deficiency that causes rickets, children? It is vitamin D. Vitamin D deficiency causes rickets in children and osteoporosis in adults, as I said you earlier. Now, the mineral is phosphorus. Phosphorus deficiency leads to rickets in children, weakness of bones, poor development occurs. So, it leads to rickets in children. Rickets and children, mostly weakness of bones, poor development and mental retardation. Weakness of bones, poor development of bones, growth will be not proper and stunted growth occurs. So both calcium and phosphorus are very much essential for normal growth of our body along with the proteins. Okay, children. So that is about the phosphorus. Next, coming to the sodium and potassium. Fifth one is sodium and potassium. Mainly, deficiency of sodium and potassium leads to body and muscle weakness. Body and muscle weakness. That means it leads to paralysis. Okay, children? So it leads to paralysis. Functioning of the nervous system will be affected due to deficiency of sodium and potassium. So muscle weakness, and it also leads to tiredness. It also leads to tiredness. These are the symptoms that occurs due to the deficiency of sodium and potassium levels in our body. Next mineral deficiency is fluoride, which leads to dental caries. Sixth one, mineral is fluoride. Deficiency leads to dental caries. Note down, children. So, the diseases mostly occur to the teeth. Fluoride. Fluoride content in water, if it is not in a proper manner, pain in teeth, sensitivity to hot and cold food occurs. So it leads to pain in teeth. Pain in teeth, that is sensitivity to hot and cold drinks. Okay, so any drink, if it is hot also, it affects your teeth. So these are the mineral deficiency diseases and the symptoms that are caused due to the mineral deficiencies. Okay, so symptoms of these mineral deficiency diseases. Note down, children. And next we'll move to the sources of mineral deficiency disease. So, what are the sources of these minerals? As you know very well that iron content is more in green leafy vegetables, drumsticks, jaggery, and also the rice flakes. This all contains the iron content and you can get the iron through these food materials. And coming to iodine are the factors of salt. So salt is a main factor through which you get iodine, which leads to the disease you know very well, that is goiter, isn't it? So iodized salt, that is mostly seafoods, they contain the salt, and seafoods also they provide iodine for you, and also green leafy vegetables supply iodine in a large content. And coming to the calcium, you can take milk, cheese, eggs, milk products, green leafy vegetables, whole grains, they all contain the calcium in them. Phosphorus as such as calcium, you can also get the phosphorus from milk, cheese, green leafy vegetables, especially bajra, nuts, they contain the phosphorus more in them along with the ragi. Okay children, so liver also contain the phosphorus in it if you take it as a food. Next, sodium. Sodium, as you very well know, that sodium chloride, that is common salt that we use in our foods to give the taste, it contains the sodium, and the fish, meat, eggs and the milk also contain some amount of the sodium in it. Potassium, milk, yogurt, oranges, potatoes, and widely distributed, this potassium is distributed in all the foods also. Okay children, so this is about the sources of minerals, and if their deficiency occurs, it leads to these problems. Okay, so these are the symptoms that arises due to the deficiency of these vitamins and the diseases that occur you have seen today. Okay children, and now you know what are the different components that are very much essential for our body. So you have to take all the components to make your diet a balanced one, and you also know that they should be cooked in a proper manner. Overcooking or reheating also affects the nutrient content in them. So a balanced diet need not be so costly. It can also be cheap indeed. So you can make a balanced diet with the available items in the kitchen garden also, as I said to you in the previous classes. Okay, so the food components is a lesson which gives you awareness about the type of food that you have to take in our everyday diet and follow in your diet regularly. Okay children, so write down all the things that I have mentioned you today in your classwork and be prepared to answer the questions that I tell you in the next class. Okay children, so come on, write down the questions. I'll tell you now. Note down the questions children. This is a homework for you children. What is balanced diet? A diet which contains all the components with carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, water and fiber in proper proportions. It is called a balanced diet. So make a list of food items that contain all the components of food. So make a list of food items and components present in them in 2 columns and write the names of food items and write the component that is present in that particular food item. If it is rice, so what is the component that is present in it? You know that rice contains carbohydrates, isn't it? So you'll be writing carbohydrates. If it is any vegetable curry or pongal, you'll be writing the component, what is it present, what is it made up of. So from that you have to calculate what are the components present in that particular food item. Okay children, so if it is a vegetable bath or anything, any sambar bath or any meat products or chicken, whatever it is, if you write the food item, you have to write its component present in it. So make in a form of a table form, write the answer for this question. Next, write the type of the components that are present in the following food items, that is groundnuts. This is a straight question that I am giving you. You have to write the components present in the groundnuts and cook down. See the table that I have given you, refer to it and try to answer these questions for the next class. Which disease is caused due to deficiency of vitamin C? It's also a straight question. And also write the sources of the vitamin C. So sources of food. From food of vitamin C you have to write. Okay children. So complete the work for today and come for the next class. Be prepared and be safe at home. Okay children. Stay safe. Come prepared for the next class. Okay. Bye children. Thank you.